Hello. Oh, don't worry. There was no dab in this one. There was no dab in this one. Funny story. When I put the dab in Static versus Miles, I didn't actually think they would keep it. That was just me having some fun. You know, hey, I'm going to put Miles in a position because he just shocked Static. What is that position? I don't know. What if I just made him do like this and just make it look like a dab? And it's like, that might work. I didn't think they'll keep it. So I got started on Black Canary versus Sindel, and that was just my thing. But as soon as I saw them get that episode done and saw that they kept it, hell yeah. I'm like, I can do this more often now. Apparently they keep all that I put in. I thought it was just a joke. But no, they keep whatever my boards tell them to do. Like it's gospel. I'm going to do that more often now. So expect more later down the line. Just, that's all I will say. Could not do one for this fight. No. Hey, Captain Falcon. So yeah, this is just going to go as long as it has to. Since now that I have a Discord, I can really just talk about this sort of stuff anytime now. So, there's that. Beta trenches during World War I were known by the soldiers as breasts since they... cats. Beasts since they would grow. What is the point of this? Hello, Cody. So, yeah, I'm mainly doing this for maybe about an hour at most, in case you're going to keep me held up for a little too long. Then I need to get some new Nobody Cries for Nothing pages before tomorrow hits, because I'm trying to do this page a day or a few pages a day schedule, and then a bunch of pages every weekend thing. I'm trying to get this stupid thing done after all these years. Black Canary should fight Black Widow and DBX. Maybe. That seems like a legitimate fight, I guess. Even though one has superpowers and the other one is just, like, really good at fighting. You know, bad when you watch a scenario like Death Battle videos, but you only know one person. Yeah, that happened once or twice, or maybe a few times throughout the majority. Like, Kratos vs. Spawn was definitely one of, like, the biggest hits, and that was a long time ago, but it definitely hurt me a lot seeing my boy Kratos lose to this guy I've never heard of. Then I read some of his comics, saw his movie. Probably not the best decision in my life to do, but I saw his movie, and a whole bunch of other different things, and I still think Kratos should have beat him. They had shocking, evil, naked faces and long new tails. Seriously, dude, what's the point of this? Black Canary versus Sindel definitely ended on a high note because I can't think of an original pun here. Funny enough, that's the best we could come up with. Domino versus Black Widow. I mean, that's a fight. How do you... I don't know much about Domino other than the fact that she's lucky, but I don't know exactly how lucky she can be. Is she so lucky that she just cannot get hit? Like, what are her fights like? When did she get hit, and what is the excuse besides, I guess she just wasn't lucky at that point? We'll keep hoping. For Red Hood versus Winter Soldier. Do it eventually. Not sure when. Officer, we're forbidden from shooting those. No, Paula, I think you're in your own world right now, and while you are not giving any sort of, like, I don't know, what's the word? Insight on something that I honestly don't care about. Even if this is supposed to be true, because the whole bullets not working on rats thing is definitely not something I would believe. But you keep going on that tangent, man. I'm pretty sure someone will... I see that you're bored. I'm bored too. This is why I'm doing this. Where did you hear this? Did you hear this from off the cuff somewhere, or are you just coming up with this now? One's impressive, the other is understandable. Am I here? I haven't seen that battle yet. Yeah, why are you here? Go see it. Just a battle portion if you really just want to come back here soon. Actually, it's only 15 minutes long. It's actually one of the shorter death battles on note. Makes sense for that fight to be either one of the two, because I swear to Christ, if it's 2D, I'm gonna be pissed. You're researching a while ago for no good reason. They're really bored then. Yeah, it is. Apparently, when it comes to doing live streams. Now I have a Discord, I can just start talking to people. That Canary did something not many did. Question if it's a fight to the death. Yeah, there's a lot of things in this fight that, yeah, I have a Discord. That makes sense. Most people can be in an area because they can be. Yeah, sure. I have no clue how descriptions work. But I just put it in the description. I have no clue how it works, though. I don't know if it updates. I don't know if you even can see a description. But if you go to like the community tab on my channel, it should be there. Fight Chun-Li and DBX. If Batman's parents are died, how come Batman was bored? Good job, man. Good job. Hello, Geometrical. Random question, not pertaining to Death Battle. Are you caught up with Steam Universe? Yeah, of course I am. Not doing reactions to it, but I definitely am caught up with it and saw everything and how Steven himself has just become a ticking time bomb of emotion and testosterone, or just emotion, mainly. I feel sorry for the kid. I think Cactus Steven is the embodiment of his entire self-loathing. Do I want to win the next Death Battle? I can't say, because any answer could be an answer that you can take in the context of the actual winner. So, do your best to think of my own accord. I love both Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. I can't say I like one more than the other, to tell you the truth. I feel the ending would be great. Probably. Hopefully, you'll find the ending great. Apparently, every Pokemon game is a separate universe, and Arceus created them all, so Arceus is multiversal. I thought that, according to every other PokeTuber, it's like you have the mainline series of games, and then you have the games that have Omega Evolution. So there's basically two universes, because in the Delta episode, it's like we're gonna take that meteor and put it somewhere else that's exactly like ours, but without Mega Evolution, which is the actual Emerald game. I didn't think that every single... And that would make no sense, because how come in this game that we see red, and it's referenced that this is the actual red, unless this is a universe where everything happened the exact same way, except the only thing different is you're doing this adventure. Yeah, I'm going with the two-universe thing. Still makes it multiversal. It still makes it multiversal, because two universes, multiple universes, but I don't think every single game is a new universe. There wouldn't be an actual timeline if that was the case amongst games. To refer to Peridot and Lapis as a couple. That's the closest we'll get to a confirmation, I guess. My Pokemon and the Black Canary will be Gardevoir. Okay. I'm talking about today's Death Battle. Today's death battle? Oh, yeah. I update my my I update my DeviantArt of all the death battles that I agree or disagree with, and I updated it with Black Canary versus Sindel, and I full-heartedly agree that Sindel loses and Black Canary takes it. That's great. My favorite, I know in recent days has been Deadpool versus the Mask. It's one of my favorites too. It's really good. Apparently people say every Pokemon game is a multiverse. Not every version of the game. I mean every single copy of every single game ever sold ever. Well, that's just stupid. It's like, well, that's just stupid. That could literally be applied to literally every single game that's ever existed ever, if that was actually the case, which would break so much logic. You're telling me that this one god here, who can't even beat a truck level being, a street level dude, also apparently created over 75 million copies of different universes at the same time. No, no. That is completely inconsistent. There's technically at least like 8 because Giovanni pulled evil team leaders from universes that they succeeded. I guess that's a nice way to put it, since he apparently can pull. It's not the fact that I don't believe there's a multiverse / omniverse out there. I just highly doubt that it's just one Arceus that created every single one of them. I'm pretty sure there's an Arceus in every single one of those universes that Giovanni pulled from, equaling up to that Arceus only being universal. But if you're telling me there's only one Arceus, we cannot confirm nor deny it. So I guess I'm kind of in a sunken ship here. And besides, if there was only one Arceus that created all the universes, then how can you trade another Arceus to me and now I have 2 Arceus in one game? Shouldn't there only be one Arceus in all of existence amongst all the games if he created all those universes by himself? And don't give me that he cloned himself bullshit. Because he has no move that allows him to clone himself. And I don't even think he has fucking, what's that called? Double team? If he has double team, don't even count that. Double team isn't actually him making clones of himself, damn it. Universe Future intro is corrupted Steven. People are making theories on it. I don't give 2.5 craps about what that pink monster thing is a corrupted whatever. Mostly because the only thing that I've seen get corrupted are people who touched corrupted beings, all of which, to our knowledge, has been cured, and the only way to become corrupted again would be white, blue, and yellow simultaneously hitting him with a beam, and I see no reason for them to do that. So, no, I do not think it's corrupted Steven, because all the theories so far have not really give me good reason to believe that in any way. Corruption is not a thing that is Steven's doing. Steven's main ability is rage, you can say. It's like a rage boost in conjunction with a lot of different other things, but not corruption. So he can't literally become the embodiment of a corruption of corrupted, because he had nothing to do with the corruption to begin with. Yes, he is. My Pokemon parody of Superman will be a Machamp, no, a Super Champ. You seen the new Sonic movie? Yeah, eventually. I don't watch movies in theaters anymore, thanks to babies, children, and parents who don't know how to shut up their babies and children. And I really don't feel like paying for tickets anymore. I stopped going to movie theaters, pretty much. Unless I'm with a group of people that I know, I don't go to movie theaters anymore. Since those group of people are no longer around, I'm just going to wait for it to come on DVD. I am perfectly okay for waiting to come on DVD. But then again, I did say I was going to go watch the movie to help the box office because I was proud of the animation team to change that stupid design. So maybe next weekend. I'll go watch it next weekend. But yeah, but every fiber of my being is make me not want to go to a movie theater again. I fucking hate movie theaters. That's why people say Arceus is into 2. still gets destroyed by Digimon. Pretty much, yeah. Pokemon parody. Actually, Hitmonchan known as. So yesterday I, one of IGN's community posts and said, "Dang," and then you got the whole squad laughing at me because I just felt my soul destroyed. Got grammar. Checked by IGN. I think that if Steven were to become evil, it would be cooler if just him normal instead of just becoming corrupted. I mean, yeah, one of my favorite types of good guys turning evil stories is just them changing their mind into an evil format. Not, oh no, I'm evil, now I'm a monster, literally and figuratively. Ha 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 ha. Oh, look at me, I'm a gelatinous creature of nothingness or something like that. Having Steven be evil, if you're going to go that route, make him just be him, who just says, I'm done with this shit. Even though I still don't think the nicest boy in the freaking universe is actually going to do that. But hey, theories are theories. We're not going to get anything definitive into. I'm not saying it's impossible to happen. I'm just saying it'll be really weird for that turn to just come about. I'm waiting for that movie on either DVD or just watch it online on Kim Cartoon. Digimon is so overpowered. Oh my god, yeah. Remember from Street Fighter shit happened in DBX. When was the last time you went to a movie theater, and what movie were you seeing? I think it was the Broly movie, to tell you the absolute truth. I think it was a Broly movie all that time ago, because I do not remember me watching any other. I do not remember an experience where I sat down in a movie theater and watched a movie, unlike the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, because me and Josh really wanted to just go and watch that movie. And we just went and go see it. Went and saw it. I don't remember me actually sitting down in a movie theater other than that. Maybe Endgame? Did Endgame come out faster? I think it was Endgame. Maybe Endgame. I am remembering me sitting down for Endgame. Twice. No, 3 times actually. I watched Endgame 3 times. That's definitely the last movie I remember seeing in theaters. I watched the new Spider-Man movie. When it came out on DVD. Just even going through an emo teenage phase. Everyone goes by. What do you think of the Oscars? That's it. That's all I can really say, because I don't watch the Oscars. Not like I don't think they're not relevant or pointless, something like that. I don't think that way. I just say Oscars are Oscars, kind of like how the video game awards are the video game awards. I don't need an award for a game to let me know that this game is good. I don't need you to tell me on a screen that this movie gets this thing, because I can go and watch that movie and say, yep, it's that good, and go on with my life. Giving it a reward for it, you can do it. Give an achievement, it's fine. But for me to care, I don't. It getting a reward will not make the scene that made me like it to begin with that much better. Does that make sense? Like, the only example come up in my mind is like, oh, Frozen. Frozen is a great family movie. Joker is a fantastic movie. Yeah, I know. I watched them. Great. Now the rest of the people who probably watched it knows that it's great. And I'm pretty sure anyone who has not watched Joker isn't going to immediately start watching it now because it got an award for it. Sonic would destroy Quicksilver. You went angry and evil? What? I need to continue to watch Steam. No, he didn't go angry and evil. We're just saying that they think that he's probably going to do that eventually, and I don't think so. I think he's just going to get a little bit emotional, and that's it. He's going to put people in peril, but he's going to snap out of it as soon as he does. That's what he's been doing. It's not actually evil. I mean, finally won Best Picture after so many decades. It finally happened. I still don't understand award systems, but it's good to see that people do care about that sort of stuff. I really can't get behind. Okay, great. An achievement like that, Because when I was at school, they started giving awards out to students and stuff, and I was like, I never showed up for any of mine. Yeah, there's gonna be Minions 2, and it's gonna be with little tiny Groot, and Gru, not Groot, Gru. There should be another supervillain movie. One about Bane, unless it's the Bane from, Dark Knight Rises. I'm not gonna watch it. Best animated picture? Who did you think? Who did you want to win? Because I watched Toy Story 4, and while I will say the picture of it all isn't necessarily impressive, or the story, or the acting on certain accords, or the misuse of characters, or the plot, which could be, in the realm of story, I think it was a passable film. I can't even say it's okay. Yeah, it's a passable film. I haven't watched Frozen 2 because, for Christ's sake, you're not going to make me fucking watch that. So I have no clue. I don't know any other fucking animated pictures that came out. Yeah, this is one of those slow streams. I haven't had these in a while, meaning I can actually end it earlier than normal. Yay! Should win for outstanding voice acting. I have not watched Lion King. If you're talking about, you're definitely probably talking about the live action CGI fest. I like to call it, actually, not live action, CGI fest. Lion King. Then I can't agree or disagree. All I have to say is I didn't watch it as soon as they told me that Be Prepared wasn't in it. That was literally the only reason why I would have gotten in the goddamn seat. And you took it out? I'm out. It was bad, but I like literally everything other. Yeah, better. Alright. Oh, I can't believe you're streaming now for school. You're getting ready for school? Whoa. How about you become an adult and go to college and finish college and then get a job and do things that allow you to not have to go to school? Basically, I was trying to say something smart, but as you can clearly see, everything came out as utter horseshit. So, never mind. I would dare you to watch Corn and Peg. I don't even know what that is, and I refuse to look it up. Have you seen the movie Klaus? I'm calling it Klaus. I have seen it on Netflix, yes. Frozen 2 wasn't even nominated by I knew it wasn't going to be anything special. But if I didn't even get nominated, holy shit. I tried to tell him. It's like, they're going to make a Frozen 2, and they're going to regret it, because it's not going to be as good as Frozen 1. You caught lightning in a goddamn bottle, and you're going to try to attempt to do it again? I've only heard reviews of that goddamn movie, and I don't even want it. I don't even want to know. Did you know snow is the most powerful element there is? An element that is comprised mostly of water, the other element, but no, element of water is actually a sub-unit. Like, the fuck? What is wrong with you people? Oh, God. I've heard a lot of other shit in that movie that just didn't make any sense. You might like the 2019 blank. According to the reviews, the people I've talked to, no, it is not a movie I'm going to like. Mostly because, well, the main reason why I liked the original Lion King was because they had great facial expressions, animations, great music, and the story was unique. Now, you don't have great 2D animation. It's all CGI, and I honestly hate CGI, to tell you the absolute truth. I don't care how good it looks. I hate CGI. The facial expressions are just so not there because they're actual lions. The story is no longer unique. I've heard it and seen it so many times when I was a kid. It's no longer unique, so that's out of the picture. And lastly, and surely not least, all the songs I like aren't in there. I will not like this movie. You're sounding like the same person who said, hey, John, you might actually like the Beauty and the Beast movie. Bullshit. That was the worst movie I've seen in a long time. Hermione should not be able to sing. And she can't. Mega Man versus Astro Boy. Accurate or meh? No, definitely accurate. Have you seen Astro Boy? Do you even know half the things this motherfucker can do? Yes, I honestly believe Astro Boy can beat Mega Man. Any version of Mega Man. Maybe like composite Mega Man can beat Astro Boy. But there is no composite Mega Man. And that's okay. I thought it was a passable movie. I thought it was mainly because of more personal reasons why I didn't seem to like movies of that caliber. Toy Story 4, to me, didn't need to exist. It was an okay movie. There were some plot elements that were kind of shoehorned in, and you can clearly see where it's going to come from. And oh my god, I swear to Christ, they do the whole, hey, they're trying to be nice, but they're actually bad thing trope again. I swear to Christ, they're running out of ideas when it comes to that. Why can't you just have a dude that's literally an asshole? Also, Avengers Endgame lost best visual effects. The fuck? I think it's one, but I actually ain't that much. I have not seen 1917, so I cannot confirm nor deny my suspicions of whether or not I agree. But yeah, I think Endgame had some pretty damn good visual aspects and visual effects. But all right, it's a pony and horse show. Still don't want to look it up. I'm happy Frozen 2 wasn't nominated because it shows that they didn't just throw any animation they found there. They actually gave a crap. But then Toy Story 4 won for some reason. So it's like, it's a weird contradicting statement. Is there like a weird, like, contradicting elements? It's like, they clearly put some thought into it. But then again, Toy Story 4 won, so I'm not entirely sure how much thought was put into it. I watched 2019 and it was incredibly dull. I don't even know if it was a good or bad movie. It just felt nothing while watching it. The whole thing that I got from all the live action versions, like Dumbo, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, not watched a single one of those movies. Everyone says the exact same thing, so I have no reason to ever give any of these movies the benefit of the doubt. The only movie I've ever even gave a chance, sat down, watched, was the Aladdin live action movie. Why? Because Will Smith is my goddamn bro. So I had to sit down in that movie, and yes, he was the only reason why I was in that seat. Everything else was passable at best. Passable at best, just like every other one of these other movies. They're not bad. They are just movies. They are meant to waste your time and not give you like the amazing experience where they were back in the original days where it was 2D animation. They're just here to keep the license. They don't care about anything else. Will Smith was the only reason why I was in that seat, and the only reason why I have to say Aladdin live action movie is the best movie you have to see if you have to pick any of the live action movies. Won 2 Oscars because Joker is that badass. I heard Astro Boy could beat someone who could manipulate stars, so I don't know. I think so. Also, best original soundtrack. Is it possible to have Joker Battle Royale between all the 5 movie versions? No. Mostly because we have absolutely no friggin' clue exactly how that would work. Because Joker is not just some deranged psychopath. He's a very calculated individual. The second smartest of almost all of DC, if you really think about it, since this dude actually became God at one point. And when it comes to manipulation and tactics, if you put him up against himself, how exactly do you function that? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying if you can do something along the lines of having multiple Jokers interact with one another to try to kill each other, good luck with that. That seems like an obstacle even I wouldn't wish upon my worst of enemies. You're kind of glitched my mind. The way I see Toy Story 4 is it's unneeded but good depending on who you ask. Yeah, same. I just don't. I find it fine that they wanted to give basically Woody his own movie with Bo and stuff like that, because they just put all the other side characters to the wayside. And I didn't like that on my own personal level, but that's fine. It's unneeded. It's really unneeded. It had a perfect ending in 3. If they want to keep milking a franchise because they know it will make money, you do that. You're a company. You make any decision you want. Just know you have my not respect. You don't have my respect anymore. And that's fine. I'm an individual. You don't need me. You don't need me. So that's fine. So we're both mutually understanding here. Beauty and the Beast live action. And The Rock for the Beast. Do you call watching and liking critical flop movies a guilty pleasure if you don't feel guilty watching them? Asking because that's who I am. What do you mean by movies guilty pleasure if you don't feel guilty? That just means you like them. Wait, do you know guilty pleasure means that if you find pleasure in watching a movie, then you're guilty of having pleasure in watching that movie? It's not that you feel guilty watching it with pleasure watching it. It means that if I ask you this terrible movie, if I ask you, did you like this movie? And you unironically say, yes, you do, then it's a guilty pleasure. You're pleading guilty that you found actual enjoyment on a movie that's bad. So you just missed the context of actually what that statement is. And no, it's perfectly fine. There are plenty of movies that I love and people hate hate phenomenally. And that's fine. Mulan, your chances aren't looking very good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Especially in this day and age. You know what times we're living in? Of course they're gonna do something to Mulan that's gonna make me fucking hate it. Will Shrek ever be in Death Battle? Also, you need to say a live action movie towards that. Okay, I believe Shrek will one day be in Death Battle. I have absolutely no fucking clue he'll fight, but sooner or later we're gonna run out of characters to use, and I guess Shrek will just be in the bottom of the barrel tier, I guess. As for live action, no, please, for the love of God, no. What is up with you guys in live action? Name 10 movies. 10 movies from animated properties that actually were legitimately above a 7 out of 10. I'm not going to say good, because there are some good ones. I'm talking like above a 7. We're talking like in the 8 to 9 ranges. Give me a list of animated pictures turned into live action that were that good. No, I think Shrek is perfectly fine the way it is. Please do not make Shrek a live action movie. Yes, I've heard of the Sonic Hedgehog movie, and I'm gonna watch it. I think it's so cute when one best director and his speech was inspired by source because it was there. For some reason, I was okay with the ending of Toy Story 4, but I hated the ending for Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is weird because they got similar endings. I liked the ending for Toy Story 4 because it's basically Woody's coming of age movie. It's like he doesn't need to be loved by a kid anymore. He can live on his own. And basically, it's him taking control of his life and saying, not just because I want to be loved by a kid. It's more like I can now live happy for myself with Bo because a person I actually legitimately liked. I like that departure because to tell you the truth, Woody deserved to leave. I forget her name because I never really cared about her name. But the little kid in the movie truly showed she didn't give 2.5 fucks about Woody. So I had no grievance of his decision. I would have left that bitch too. Now, if it was Andy, then you got a really emotional tie here. If it was Andy, the literal embodiment of a kid who loved him, and he had to choose whether or not to stay with Bo or the kid who loves him as much as he loves him, then that would be an actual conflict. But no, it's like, Woody, leave. She don't give a shit about you. Seriously, what the fuck? Just leave. I'm perfectly fine with it. But Wreck-It Ralph 2, it was really like, why though? Why? To an extent. I can see why. No, I can see why. It's more of like, they had to change Ralph's character to fit that narrative. And there was no way I was going to agree with that 100%. Editing, best sound editing okay, I guess. Shrek versus Han Solo, Sand, Sully, or the Beast. Shrek versus Han. Why Han Solo? The others, okay, fine. Because it's like Han Solo, why? Sans, meme battle, got you. Sully, 2 big dudes fighting each other, makes sense. Beast, again, 2 big dudes. Why Han? Why Han? Maybe if it was Chewbacca, I might have agreed a tad bit, but come on. I think the Irishman or Parasite should have won best editing. Nah, hell no. Jesse loved him. Jesse really cared about Woody as a true partner, and like they were literally made for each other. Haha. And it's fine that she's now the new, like, head deputy and shit like that. That was a nice little moment. But again, Woody, I felt nothing for Woody leaving the kid. I felt him leaving his other friends that really care about him. But it makes perfect sense. I would, if I had to choose between the love of my life or my friends, as the better of two goods, I guess the best way to put it, would be the love of my life, right? And it's not like we never see my friends again. At least in real life. Tramp movie was better than the original because they added and changed stuff that confused people to make it make sense. I wouldn't know. Never had a chance to watch it, mostly because I actually did not like Lady and the Tramp to begin with. So this isn't actually a live action bullshit thing. This is more of just I never was interested in that movie to begin with. So that's good for people who actually do like that movie. Their story is similar to Don't Care guys who ended up as heroes. Weirdly, this is a super requested fight. Wait, you mean Han? Naruto, since the first movie is my favorite movie of all time. Oh no, you know for a fact that if you look beyond the veil, that the only reason why Wreck-It Ralph 2 even exists is because they had the opportunity to do the princess, that princess thing. In the movie. You know for a fact Disney wanted to push that because you know kids are gonna eat that shit up. I should know. I've seen nothing but kids eat that shit up. So, yeah. Wreck-It Ralph 2 had no heart like how Wreck-It Ralph 1 had heart. It's literally about a bad guy understanding that it's okay to be bad sometime. It's okay to be bad. And that's good. But he's gonna be good this time. And it's kind of, it's almost exactly like the ending of fucking, the Iron Giant, where it's you could literally simultaneously put the Iron Giant flying up to that missile and Ralph dive bombing into that volcano and meet the same thing, and it means the exact same thing. It's fucking great. Black B and DB. Oh, him? I mean, it's not impossible since he's in Mortal Kombat. It's very plausible that we can find someone who even relates to him in some way, shape, or form. The first person that comes to my mind, not backstory-wise, but like aesthetic, would be McCree from Overwatch. And hell, it would actually make sense to put them up against each other. So, Shrek versus the one above all. Dude. How about you actually give me a challenge? Shrek wins easy. Sue versus Toad? Are we talking about the same Toad that's in Marvel Comics, or are we talking about like a different Toad? Because there's many Toads. Or are you talking about Toad from Mario? Like, this is exactly what I mean. Pretty sure it's not Toad, since he's not actually a Toad. X-Men. Okay. The X-Men Toad. Okay, I can see it being a fight. Mostly because I don't know jack shit of what Toad can actually do, other than the fact that he's a Toad. But Sue could probably take it. I don't know. Can one of all B and DB? Probably, if we can find him a match and find a way to actually... Actually, I don't think so. There is no feats of the guy other than he's the most powerful thing in existence, so he can scale to other powerful beings such as himself. So, but scale above them. Now, the regular Toad probably has Sue on the ropes. Who knows? News hackers are now hacking in Pokemon who shouldn't be available to Pokemon Home. As they should. They have every right to do that, and I think they should not get punished for it in the slightest, because I think the whole situation of Pokemon not being in that game to begin with is highway robbery, so I'm okay with it. It's like, you're not gonna take hundreds of dollars of my money only so I can get a handful of these Pokemon that I even got your game to begin with for. Probably not, because that sort of stuff we can't really calc. Well, we can calc it. It's more along lines of footage that we have to use for the rundown. Do you have at least 7 minutes of footage we can use? No, it makes sense. No, I'm not disagreeing that the Sue versus Toad thing isn't like a good fight. It's a good fight. I just don't know who could win because I don't know Toad's fucking abilities. I actually, to tell you the truth, I hardly know Sue's abilities. At least the full extent of being overexerting them. Letting through trade. Charlie vs. Shrek might be interesting. They both got a very powerful roar and are monsters in a way. I wouldn't be surprised. It actually seems like a really okay fight in my opinion. Rapping Dog from Titanic versus Pumpkin Rapper Power Rangers. You know the Rapping Dog is going to utterly destroy the Pumpkin Rapper. Mostly because, well, the Rapping Dog survived Titanic. So he has, like, island level durability. And forms of scaling. Afro versus Scissors? No. If using mine as a base, Afro wins. Why Leo versus Red Ranger? Well, they're both the respecting leaders of their group. They both have very similar power outputs because they're very street level in their abilities. One has a lot of gadgets, while one mostly have the tried and true two-blade combo. And basically, it's just two leaders from and plus they were part of the old days of 1980s, or was it 1990s, of children's media. So yeah, Leo versus Red Ranger. El Tigre versus Incineroar. Why? Two tigers who futures depending on their who futures depend on their upbringing. Incineroar? His futures doesn't depend on his upbringing. That's just his evolutionary chain, man. I thought you were going to say El Tigre because he's a tiger-based superhero, and Incineroar because he's a lion kind of looking like a tiger-based Pokemon that has luchador kind of aesthetic, I guess, but it's more like just regular wrestling. I don't know. El Tigre versus, what's that one Pokemon name? That other Pokemon. Makes more sense than that. Zombie T-Rex versus Cyborg Bigfoot. Oh my god, that fucking battle again. Come on, dude. Gone. The scissors beat your fro. No, the scissors did not beat my fro. The scissors did not beat my fro. The scissors didn't work. They had to put out a hacksaw. Now, if you have a hacksaw versus a fro, then you have a fight. Don't get hacksaw confused with scissors. You're crazy. Power Rangers get from planet level eclipses. Actual, but whatever. Actually, Ben, who is who I'm just gonna say outright is a way bigger fan of Power Rangers than me, has stated that does not count because there was various things revolving around very particular circumstances why that happened, and Power Rangers do not scale that in the slightest, at all actually. Because if they did, how the hell did they lose to street level opponents afterwards? This is the one thing I never really understand with some people. Unless you're going to tell me these street level dudes that can barely take on natural humans can beat the Power Rangers who are apparently eclipse level, planet level. What the? fuck are they drinking? What the hell are these humans in this world drinking? And I need to get a little something of that. All right, that is an outlier at best. Yo, it's your third battle. You're pushing your luck here. To a dragon during that beat someone who threatened the entire planet. No, I'm pretty sure. The chair? Well, not really, considering that it can't even handle my own butt. Doesn't count. They do scale to that. Those street level opponents are no, they're not. No, they're not. No, you cannot convince me. Mostly because, well, there have been plenty of opportunities to showcase that they are planetary, but they keep either sticking to trees and minor kicks. They're not planetary, dude. Just because you say that they scale to it without actual evidence and not proving to me that it's an outlier doesn't automatically mean it is. And no, it's not plot-induced stupidity. I can say that to literally every single thing in the universe at that point as being plot-based stupidity. Unless the plot calls for it, it's legit. They're not planetary. Because Doolittle. Yeah, I do too. It's not a good movie. Rock, paper, scissors, battle right? No. Red Ranger summons the robot Leo. You kidding me? He can't summon the Zord. Leo cannot summon the Zord because Zordon said himself that the only reason you can ever summon the Zords is if the fight escalates. And unless the fight escalates, aka if you're about to fight something huge, you cannot call your Zord. You cannot do that. Happened multiple times in multiple eclipses. What are you even talking about? That's Megazords. I don't know how I'm supposed to take that Ben comment. I already said he can't have his Zord. Even if he wanted his Zord, he cannot call it. The only reason you can use a Zord is if you're about to fight a monster that is Zord equivalent. Statements don't disprove facts. Seriously, you're talking about Rangers who got beat by a guy who dances as his attack, and they lost to him. Why? I don't know. Then you have a dude that can tank. Then you have a dude that can tank ramming into a moon. And then he gets kicked once, and suddenly that hurts him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? None of this makes any sense. At least in accordance of actual power scaling. Fuck no. Anyway. How powerful is Sentry? Apparently universal. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe? I don't know. I don't even know half the stuff you just said. What the hell's a boom comic? What the fuck are even any of the comics? TMNT has comics? And what the fuck is Rise of the TMNT? I don't know. Heck, a random comic relief monster. You causing an eclipse. It pisses me off so much. Oh my god. Yeah, I still don't know what the hell you're talking about. All these occurrences you're saying, it doesn't automatically mean that it's actually true. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not it's not downplaying. It's literally looking at the facts. Sorry, man. You say think wins out of my chair and my butt. My butt probably wins because I could break this thing if I wanted to, man. Wonder if Leo past victories will be brought up. Leo destroys his brothers in some frog thing. Hey, that is a Battletoad, and he deserves your respect. None of Power Rangers have been giant bad guys without Megazords in their season finales, like the Mystic Force Power Rangers. Well, that's the Mystic Force Power Rangers. Does not mean that the Jason that we're using is comparable to the Mystic Force Power Rangers. If anything, I say the Mystic Force Power Rangers could fucking shit stomp Jason, but the planet being destroyed. And? What was that supposed to prove? I'm sorry. Alright, the planet gets destroyed. By what? In what way? Who did it? How powerful were they? Did they exert enough force? Was it Jason the Ranger? Unless you showed me it was Jason the Ranger, I can't say much. Yes, I did hear about the comic. If you don't know about Power Rangers, why are you trying to debate it? So you see, Paulo Jr., you see this thing about disclosure agreements. All right, I'm gonna give you a little crash course here. A disclosure agreement says that I'm not supposed to talk about various things about a particular thing of a battle. So when people like you and I think 2 other people in this comment thread is constantly telling me various things that are going to be brought up maybe in the fight that's coming in another 2 weeks, I, as a person who work at Death Battle, cannot legitimately confirm nor deny something unless it is very apparent. So if I confirm something, I'm breaking disclosure agreement. So I am doing this thing that most people would like to call playing stupid. So unless you're going to continue to tell me that these things people can do, yes, personally, I would like to give my full opinion on it and maybe agree with you, but I can't. So anyway, what the hell is a boom comic and what the fuck is a TMNT? Wasn't there a team who ripped off TMNT? Shouldn't he fight them next? I don't know, maybe. Just saying. Y'all are trying to really push my boundaries here. One person did say in the office that doing live streams like this is always gonna give off the impression that you might actually F up and say something you're not supposed to on camera, and thus giving information to people that they're not supposed to know. So, yeah, I think this whole playing dumb thing is actually working out. So, anyway. Go Super Saiyan, go Super Saiyan live on stream. No. I would say he was playing stupid. You did not know that. TBT is. Want to change the subject? Yeah, sure. And I don't think it's Blake's disclosure if I just say, yeah, I hate it when anyone gets downplayed, man. Dude, I work at Death Battle, and you know how much I feel about the fucking Naruto downplaying? There's a lot of Naruto downplaying. I know exactly how you fucking feel, dude. And I will say this, all this other stuff. When it comes to, like, the research and stuff, trust me, things are gonna be brought up. Even about fucking Leo that I didn't even fucking know he could do. There's gonna be a lot of things. Let's not talk about the next battle, because I'm afraid I might say something stupid that might get me fired. Saiyajin Pro stand up, this stay the same. Would probably get a little bit bigger, turn yellow. But yeah, change the subject, please. Power Rangers. So was TMNT and Power Rangers what you call Speed Boys? No, no, fuck no. Not in the slightest. Even though they do have really fast reaction speeds and shit like that, no. The next death battle is Jason versus Leo. That's the next death battle, as of now. AKA Jason Red Ranger versus Leonardo DiCaprio of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Mutants. Because if you want to know my personal opinion on things, the best way I can describe it, I love SPD Emergency. Is one of my favorites, right next to Mystic Force. Mystic Force, SPD Emergency, Dino Thunder, even the Ninja one were pretty good for me. The original Power Rangers, of course, Mighty Morphin. Power Rangers in Space was my childhood, basically, when I still remember the days where we were sitting down watching the things and say, for this episode, I'm going to be the Red Ranger, I'm going to be the Black Ranger, I'm going to be that, and that sort of stuff. That was good old times, and I thought nothing could beat the Power Rangers. And then Death Battle came out with 2 battles that had them get utterly destroyed. And while I will agree with those victories to a certain extent, especially the first one, I will say, oh, no, it was 3. With Dragons versus Mechagodzilla. So, man, Power Rangers to get not catching a break. Why not Sindel versus Silver Banshee? Because not many people know the Silver Banshee as much as Black Canary versus Sindel, because that's the more requested one. Leonardo versus Jason Voorhees. That's just a weird battle, and I haven't seen that many people request that. And I agree. A lot. Ninja. Or Steel Ninja. Ninja Storm. Definitely Ninja Storm, not Steel Ninja. Haven't seen Steel Ninja, actually. There was another one. I forgot the name of it, though. There was one more that I really liked. What was it? Ninja Storm. Fuck it. Okay, Power Rangers, Ninja Storm, Power Rangers, Wild Force, no, not that one, Power Rangers, Space, Power Rangers, hold on. Was it Lightspeed Rescue? Time Force, Wild Force, Thunder, SPD Emergency, Mystic Force, Operate Overdrive, Jungle Fury! There it is. I like Jungle Fury. It was okay. I actually really like Jungle Fury. Ranger Samurai was fine. Rangers Mega Force. I don't remember that one as much as I think I do. But yeah, those are the Power Rangers that I still to this day can just like pop on and really enjoy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of salty fans that wanted my favorite Ninja Turtle VNDB. Probably. I was always a Blue Ranger. I was... No racism, always the Black Ranger. No racism, always the Black Ranger. It's probably racism, but trust me, I was okay with it. He had some pretty badass moments. I like... Power Ranger Space, I always seem to think so. Yep. Why is Black Ranger black? I don't know. Why is the White Ranger white? What's my least favorite? I think it was... I have them right here. My least favorite probably would have to go to... I can't really say which one's my least favorite, because most of these that I would say is my least favorite is ones I didn't really watch all the way through, and usually most Power Ranger shows really grow on me after like a long period of time. So for the sake of not being able to come up with one that really said, man, this is bad, would be the samurai one, but that's about it. And it was a samurai one, the last Power Ranger series I watched. Hey, Rose Lips. Oh. Why is Black? I have no clue. Megaforce sucked, by the way. Yeah, the Black Ranger was cool. He was. I saw. Does this count as racism in Megaforce? Yeah, the Black Rangers should move being black attack. Nope, I don't count that as being racist. See, I only tribute racism is if you think you're a better person than another person simply because you have a different colored skin. I call that racism. And oppressing someone simply because you feel like you have the better genes. I find that racism. But a black man or any other person naming a black-looking move black attack, I don't think that's racist at all. That's just a color that you're giving to an attack. And again, I can't speak for all black people, even though I'm black. I don't think that's racist. Now, the only time you can actually do something like that is that if the guy has something called a white attack versus a black attack. And when he uses the white attack, it always works. But every time he uses the black attack, it always fails. Or he even states outright, my white attack is always more powerful than the black attack. To the point where I don't even know why I use the black attack. It's so useless in forms of the white attack. Then you could probably, maybe probably there's some racism in that one. Maybe. But a dude having an attack called the black attack, I think that's fine. Or the black character just advertised the fact that they're black. Like Black Lightning himself calls himself that to represent black people. It's like, yeah, just imagine Blade saying, I'm no longer Blade. I am Black Blade. And he doesn't have any blades that are black. It's just because he's black and his hero name is Blade. Frieza, ego racism. He is a fascist. As much as I like Power Rangers, I only watched the original Super Sentai version of the shows those days. Yeah. Can't be racist. Well, I can't be racist against a race that doesn't exist. You're not wrong. I guess. Is the Jinx original Pokemon design racist? No. Because if you look up the actual meaning and reasoning behind why they look like that, the actual Japanese mythology, the actual Japanese culture, the actual Japanese way of thinking and mindset, they're not doing it to be racist. They're doing it to be respectful to the things that they know and love. If anything, you should be happy that they do something like that for their own culture. When I look at Jinx, I don't think racism. I think I never want that Pokemon. Not because she's black, it's because she has huge lips and it freaks me out. And when I look at Popo, I don't want to fuck with that man. Not because he's a black genie. It's because he could probably fuck me up. For some reason, the worst Super Sentai series make the best Power Ranger series and vice versa. Like, Black Lightning doesn't even wear black or have black lightning. It's literally because he's black, dude. Remember when Popo was blue? Neither do I. Let's keep it that way. Oh, God. He got assimilated. He's fine. Morpheus versus Blade. Neo versus Albert Wesker. And Jack Sparrow versus Indiana Jones. DB needs to do more culturally movie battles. You know, I sort of agree when it comes to that, but it's like, man, Neo versus Albert Wesker. Those are actually, all those battles are unironically pretty okay. When most of these days, why is your chair black? I think it's because it was made that way. Just like how black people were made that way. Because last time I checked, if a black person had relations with another black person, and then I came out black, I'm pretty sure I was made that way. Tyrek Full Power versus Frieza. That's actually a little difficult. Well, current Frieza, yeah, current Frieza stomps. But we're talking like Frieza from the Frieza saga. That's actually a fight, mostly because Well, I already, for the life of me, explained exactly why Tyrek has star level power. And at best, Frieza has multi-planetary things and not star level, which to an extent could actually still overwhelm Tyrek, so it's hard. I never thought Mr. Puffin would look racist growing up, but I guess was unaware of that stuff back then. It's not the fact that you're unaware. It's more of the... It's not the fact that you're unaware. It's the fact that it wasn't racist. That's awkward. It wasn't until people say, hey, maybe this is racist, where they start thinking it's racist. And then they need to realize a racist mind makes a racist kind. Meaning that if you think it's racist, it's probably because you're racist. Don't you think that? I went throughout my life not believing anything is racist because I didn't even know what the definition of the word is. And then I found it out and it's like, that's probably still not racist. There's a difference between being prejudiced. There's a difference between being stereotypical. Racism is a whole other can of worms that they're just not opening correctly. For white ranger, red power, blue power, yellow power, green power, white. Stop you there. The next season of Super Sentai is going to be a gem theme. I don't have many more details, but seeing that trailer, I don't have a teen led for adults. I think Uganda Knuckles is a racist meme. I feel sorry for the people who think otherwise. Uganda Knuckles is a racist theme. I have no clue what it's all about, but I can't argue the contrary, I guess. Why are currently getting so many DB reactions videos blocked? You see my friend. Yes, you see my friend. YouTube is retarded, and I hope YouTube hears me when I say that it's stupidly retarded, because there have been plenty of moments on this site where people have owned things, and as soon as they upload something that they own, they get copyright struck and blocked by the automated system that is stupid as fuck. This is why I believe even if AIs actually existed, we would die because they're so fucking stupid. The blocking is automated system. The only thing that I've seen the Death Battle crew ever block is the literal blatant re-upload of the same thing. That's the only time. And it is clear they just took the video and put it on their channel just so they can get those early views from when the battle first comes up. When reaction videos, dude, I look around the goddamn office and I see Death Battle dudes listening to reactions as they're working on the next Death Battle. To say that Death Battle is taking out these videos is fucking retarded. I do that. Green Ranger versus Gold Ranger versus my history teacher said it wouldn't exactly be racist, but more of an insensitive if it was eating a hamburger in the middle of India. Yes, that is very insensitive. It's a real dick back thing. It's like racism. It's like, yeah, the term racism has been kind of dulled out because they're really forgetting what exactly the definition of racism even is, and they just put it to anything insensitive when insensitivity does not equal racism. It can be a byproduct. I can tell you that much. It can be a byproduct. It's like the saying that all Nazis were Germans, but not all Germans are Nazis. You know what I mean? Sorry about how Hasbro made the only black character in MLP rhyme all the time. Like, she's a rapper. Like, she's a voodoo. What the fuck is wrong with you people? What is wrong with these people? Soldier 2 versus Sarge versus Blood. That's actually a pretty good one. Colors that come together black. I don't know. Colors are racist when they come together. Could it be because that one guy who uploaded the episode on YouTube before it was actually on DB YouTube? Nope. I don't know. Maybe. I actually don't know exactly what you're talking about. Is this recent? Like, for Black Canary versus Sindel, I thought this always happened. I would say Power Rangers versus Super Sentai, but all the Sentai fans, like, agree Sentai stomps. Pretty much. Makes sense a quarter of Death Battle ideas actually came from reaction channels. Yeah. My favorite reactors, well, there's Johnny Fireflame, Ratchet. Others that I don't have off the top of my head. Of course, Luffy is cool, is always going to be at the top there. Other than go into my fucking sub list and make me fucking look it up and shit like that. So I'm fucking just thinking of all this sort of stuff. Okay, there you go. Basically that. And then some. Our Toho character so OP because it's Toho. That's it. He uploaded Sasuke for TL on a Monday, and it had something like to 90k views. Again, it's not entirely certain. It is very plausible. It is very plausible. It's harder just to find a good match for them because there's so much shit to take into account. Dude, same thing that I had to say for fucking Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible. Ron could have fought Jean from Ruby. He could have fought so many other like sidekick-based characters, but he can't, thanks to the last episode of the series giving him a major power output that makes it so he stomps all of his other opponents. So it's like, yeah, I understand what you mean, man. There have been so many good matchups in my head, but it's just like, oh wait, this one's incredibly fast, so they can't beat him. Oh wait, this one apparently has a feat that busts a mountain. Of course I can't do it. It's like, trust me, man, it's annoying as shit. I recently found a channel that started a reaction for MLP based on how it takes to make an MLP reaction. It'll take 10 years for them to finish. I had a funny idea. So Disney owns Fox, and therefore Disney owns Family Guy. I think it's time for Aladdin for Jafar may need glasses. Can DB do Tyrone Magnus versus Dwayne from Dwayne and Jazz? I don't know any of these people that you just type down as if I'm supposed to automatically. Hold on. Oh, you mean that guy? Yeah, I know that guy. No, I don't think we can use that guy. John versus Sokka? Yeah, that's a fight. There's a fight. Yeah. Because I had to really think. It's like, okay. Jean, thanks to the most recent fucking volume, has gotten some buffs. That makes it so it's not, like, more on Sokka's favor, because I believe Sokka has, like, the experience advantage. But, yeah, it should be a good fight. Something I commonly hear from reaction channels is them saying Boomstick is Mario and Larry, the cable guy. Huh. Ruby Rose versus Maka. Come on, trust me, man. I've been trying to get that fight for years. Heck, I don't think I've ever seen a fair 1A debate in my life. It's always a stomp when it gets to that level. Pretty much. No, Magnus versus Zal. HD. Please, no. Please stop. It's like once the battle comes out, I'll give you my full-on opinions on all things Power Ranger fight. If you really want to understand my opinion on how I view the Power Rangers for power scaling. And not have to play stupid for the fact that I don't want to say something dumb and make things like something. So that's all I'm gonna say. But basically putting, whenever we're talking about a battle that's been confirmed to come out and it's not out yet, I can't talk shit. So I'll constantly give off the opposite opinion or a mix between the two opinions that I have about something, because I do want to talk about this battle, but I can't right now. How much do you sleep on average? I don't know, 4 hours? Ben? I don't know. He usually shows up to work at like 10 o'clock, so if he gets a nice sleep, a lot more hours than me. Gets that up. So one of these days. In fact, it's thanks to Axe Cop that we're able to maybe do that, hopefully, in the future. Man. The the first fan-made death battle and it was Ruby Rose versus Lucia. If you want to know the context of that, I think Giga and Knuckles was racist. This is like what people think about Apu from The Simpsons and how people made him into a misused and mean meme. Which is weird because I really liked Apu in The Simpsons. He was like my favorite character. But okay. Who would I put up against Luffy? I have no fucking clue. To tell you the truth, Luffy has such a wide range of abilities, yet he doesn't compare to like the top tier shonen verse characters. Maybe what's his face? Fucking the kid from Black Clover. Maybe the kid from Black Clover, and maybe even Natsu. But it's like at that point, it's like Luffy kind of has it. Then again, Natsu is pretty fucking broken, so who knows? Ryuk? Maybe not, because he doesn't really have any feats, other than he's just a death god with a book. No, curiosity, is there any characters you want to push for a death battle? Amaterasu from Okami. That's pretty much has always been my dedicated, I want this person in death battle. Kim and Ron versus Ladybug and Cat Noir. It's a good fight. It's a good thematic fight. But it's a good thematic fight. However, it depends. Because on one hand, Ron can literally stomp both of them power-wise. But Ladybug has that stupid Lucky Charm bullshit that pretty much breaks reality to make it so she wins. So, that's actually a really hard one. I can push for either or. That's an actual fight. Good on you, Rose Lips. You came up with a good one. So is Black Canary still dating Hawkeye from the ending of Green Arrow versus Hawkeye? Probably, yeah. I think so. At least they're still all... Yeah, I'm pretty... Well, if the ending of Green Arrow versus Hawkeye is anything to be believed, Green Arrow's dead, so... If you want to talk about Power Rangers but can't, just say there's a simple explanation for that. There's a simple explanation for that. Done. Asta from Black Clover? Yeah, that guy. Luffy versus Asta? I don't know. I don't watch Black Clover, but I hear that he's in the same power range if you really wank him a bit, so maybe... Scream in Luffy's ear? Probably. I don't watch Black Clover, but people keep saying it's FTL. Okay, there's that. Okay, you have one person saying the best he can do is scream in his ear, and then you have another person saying that he's faster than light. I need a compromise here. Luffy vs. Torgo, Chiro Natsu beats Luffy probably. Really? Okay. I was researching One Piece earlier today. Hockey is more broken than it seems. Yeah. Definitely. I haven't seen Black Clover or One Piece, but Luffy would beat him kind of easy. It's weird to say that, though. It's like you said you haven't seen Black Clover or One Piece, but you think Luffy can beat Asta, even though maybe Asta has abilities that makes it so he can bust a planet by poking it or some shit. It's like, it's always weird to say, I don't know either of these mediums, and I can't do it. I do it when I need to play dumb. I'm like, I don't believe that, and there's nothing you can do to disprove it. That's a horrible argument. You know me in debates, I like to give off the facts as much as feasibly possible. But it's like, for the facts, I can't argue for Asta because I have not watched Black Clover. I just thought he was in the same ballpark because people have been saying that it gets really powerful later down the line. And Luffy's a pretty powerful dude. Is Luffy versus Naruto in some way fair? No. No. Not even close. Nope. Nope. Until Luffy beats fucking Kaido, then he can have a fair chance of beating Naruto. And that's at best. Even I have to think, yeah. Because right now, he didn't put a dent in Kaido, and that's a huge feat to try to do. So if he's ever going to do that, then he has a fair chance of beating Naruto. But no, Naruto is too powerful at that point. And I've already argued how Naruto is way more powerful than what Death Battle gives any of Naruto characters credit for. And it actually kind of ticks me off. Kaido the Beast versus Edward, a Whitebeard, Newgate. I don't know. Sasori versus Doflamingo. Dofi actually can probably beat Sasori. That depends. Like, where are they fighting? Because the best way we can give Dofi is he's in his birdcage. But if he's out of it, then Sasori actually has a better chance. That's actually a hard one. Again, another hard one. It all depends on location. And it's like, what is the most likely scenario? Sasori and Dofi meeting up randomly, or Sasori randomly winding up in his fucking birdcage? Mod versus the Thing. Mod would utterly obliterate the Thing. But watch the Simpsons Apu documentary. Yeah, I watched it. And I fully disagree with almost everything that he stated. And I say that only as a personal opinion output, since he is, of that ethnicity. I cannot take that away from him and how he feels about Apu. But when I watched Apu, I thought him as a respectable character amongst the franchise that is The Simpsons, which is weird to say because The Simpsons has done nothing but make fun of people. But that's just it. If you look at Homer and how he is just a stereotypical drunken, idiotic white guy, if white people can take that, then why can't they take Apu, who, by the way, is a fucking badass in the show? If you're gonna document something for me to watch, I say watch the Brain Dump guy who made the .mov series video about Apu. He pretty much shared exactly the same opinions that I had when watching Apu in The Simpsons. And again, I cannot take that away from that guy. If he found it offensive and he wanted to take Apu down, that's fine. I stopped watching Simpsons anyway, but I just find it weird that you can pretty much do that to any character that you find to be insensitive to you as a personal level. Because if that was the case, I would want all the Simpsons characters to be fucking retconned, because I fucking hate all of them and I hate how they represent, like, the type of moms they have, the type of sisters they have, the type of brothers they have, the fucking stereotypical white dude they have, yada, 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 and I'm not even white. Do you see what I'm talking about here? Being offended on something does not give you the automatic ability to then take it down just because you don't like it. Then nothing would ever be made or get done, because you will always offend somebody in that way. Remember back in the day when people had thicker skin? And just kind of rolled with it and just kind of let the people have their fun. It's weird to say it out loud like that, but it's like minding your own business used to be the norm for people. But now everyone needs to get in other people's business. Again, it was a good documentary. I think he made it pretty well. I'm not discrediting the dude at all. I just disagree with the notion. That's it. Katakuri versus Marco, that's a good one. I think Katakuri has it. If Luffy versus Naruto in some way fair, Kaido versus is Gaara versus Toph correct? Nope, it is utterly wrong. Fight me. Gaara versus Toph is wrong. Verbatim. Fight me. Monkey D, Garp versus Sen Goku. Silver, Relaya versus Dracula and Mihawk. Sweeney Todd versus Edward Scissorhands. I need to remember who Sweeney Todd is. Oh, that guy. That's a good fight. Roslos, what's up with you making up good fights? Cat Noir has the Cataclysm, so can Ron counter that? Considering that in multiple occasions, Cat Noir has been shown to be redirected, countered with the Cataclysm, and since Ron has been shown to have very good reaction speeds, he's probably able to react to the Cataclysm. I can think he uses the Cataclysm. Ron grabs his hand because he knows a glowing hand isn't something that should be touching him, and redirected and wasting his Cataclysm. Basically taking Adrian out of the fight because that makes it so that his entire thing is done for. So, yeah, I think Ron can definitely counter the Cataclysm. Because the whole point of, like, the monkey style and just his way of fighting is to drastically counter people. Prime Realia versus Red Hair Shanks. The Thing, Horror versus The Thing, Marvel. The Thing, that's weird. That's a weird one, mostly because The Thing kind of has his method of attack of, like, terraforming people, living tissue and shit like that. So The Thing doesn't have any of that. So it'd be interesting to see whether or not he can actually do something to him. Big Mom versus Whitebeard. I like how you just keep bringing up One Piece characters versus One Piece characters. Joseph versus Edward Elric from and Poe versus Aang. Because, well, I'm not sure. Remember, that was the season of oddball matchups, where matchups were intentionally made to be weird, but for the sake of being like, yeah, this is like unorthodox, the ordinary. Joseph Joestar versus Edward would have been way better. Same thing goes with Poe versus Yang, maybe. But yeah, they just want to do Edward versus Aang. Even though I think that was like not very good because, well, Aang would clearly beat Edward. I don't give a shit what you say. What do you think about the sound of the South not being in Disney Plus? Really? I think it's, again, in this day and age, they can be pansies as much as they want. A lot of companies are doing that nowadays. It's not fine, but fuck it. I can't do anything about it. One Piece has a lot of characters. They're all too cool. Very much so. Also, Ron, first instinct is anything is to run. Basically. So, my favorite people are live streaming, methinks. Maybe. Am I? Because to bring back the Toph versus Gaara question, I was in my Discord literally debating literally debating via voice chat how Gaara should not have lost to Toph. Like, I already gave off my arguments and everything about it. It's like, I hate that fight. I hate it. I hate it. Finally finished JoJo Part 4. That's great. Season 5 was about request matchups. Season 6 about oddbot matchups. And Season 7 is then about... I think we're just going back to most requested. I'm not entirely certain. I think it's either a mix between the two. They haven't stated anything. I have no clue. From the battles that I'm working on, I have no fucking clue where the pattern is supposed to be. Because I've been surprised before about how much people requested something, so I can't say anything. I literally can't say anything. So... that Warner Bros. Put up warnings on their old cartoons instead of censoring them, like when Disney censored the crows from Dumbo. There you go. See, putting warnings is perfectly fine. It shows that if you're gonna get triggered for something, just know it has it. It just knows that this thing has that. Okay? Go at your own risk. Don't be a pansy for these fucking people and take it out when people back in the day thought it was just perfectly okay just to see something like that. Yes, also question, how many episodes are left in the season of Death Battle? Well, since they said 20, and we're at our third, simple maths. Smoke versus Captain Smoker, Fleet Admiral versus Yonko, Blackbeard, Bomberman versus Dig Dug, accurate or meh? No, it's accurate. I can see why. I mean, at least thematically. But I heard Bomberman got some major buffs thanks to some games, so it's very hard for me to say that Dig Dug has a chance. Why do you even want that fight? They're brothers. Stitch versus Happy? A little weak. Happy? You mean the guy in the Avengers? You mean Tony Stark's like butler guy? Happy? Who's up? It's Buggy. College and work left me out. Okay, some things. It's fine. It's fine. TMNT. Yes, they did. They did do a TMNT Battle Royale, and Leo wins for obvious reasons. If they want to. Not entirely certain. What was most shittiest research battle they did? In my personal opinion, I think it has to go to Goku versus Superman on both iterations. That and any Naruto fight. Because it's not a matter of which... Because when Goku versus Superman, the outcome is correct. Superman beats Goku. Just the research they led up to it is horribly, like, you could have done better with that when the research could have been a thing. You have people to this day still pointing out how they failed to do the multipliers correctly and shit like that. And Naruto characters are way faster and way more powerful than they give them credit for. Taking statements as gospel, even though the statement isn't even as gospel as they make it out to be. Oh, Happy from Fairy Tail. You see, me and Fairy Tail are so not great with each other. I honestly cannot care. No. Sasuke versus Hiei was not correct to me. No, not at all. No, nope. No. See, and here's the thing. What some people are saying about Sasuke versus Hiei. They're trying their best to debunk the Hiei feat instead of saying that they need to hyperscale Sasuke's feats, because that's their problem. That was their problem with that fight. That the Sasuke feats are way better than they give him credit for. The prime example that I give in my head, and I'm just gonna say, it's like you have Momoshiki and Kenshiki, two people blatantly stated by Sasuke to be more powerful than Kaguya. Whether you're gonna say Kaguya was as strong as she was because she took all that chakra, doesn't excuse the fact that Sasuke and Naruto fought this Kaguya, and Sasuke states that these two people coming to this planet are more powerful than her. So they are saying that her planet level base abilities are comparable to being dwarfed by these two individuals. Naruto and Sasuke proceed to fight these two individuals that are stronger than a planetary threat and knock their shit around. I'm talking about knock his shit around. And by the way, when they're knocking his shit around, this is the same Momoshiki that ate another him, basically, that ate Kenshiki, making it so that he is at least 2 times more powerful than he already was, making him at least above planetary, dwarfing anything he has done. But they don't take that into account. Since he has not shown a destructive capability of blowing up a planet with his most recent events, they do not think that he's planetary. And I find that to be bullshit. But just because I find it bullshit doesn't mean I don't like working for him. So if you could break the rule of one specific death battle, which death battle would you have, including 2 characters from the same universe as an example? I think outside help for literally anybody, or at least prep time for Batman, I guess. Kakazu versus Aang versus Korra. I've been waiting for Sasuke versus Mariana for a long time. Sakura versus Mariana for a long time. Prime Garp versus Prime Whitebeard. Movie Sonic versus Movie Mario. Actually, Movie Sonic would destroy Movie Mario. Like, legit. What do you think the difference between racism and people misusing a stereotype is? One is actually stupid, and the other is just uneducated. Was my mic correct? Yes, it was. Yes. Yes. Like, Mike Guy, his best attack is making a storm, and even if you want to wank fucking United States of Smash, or even what he even wanked himself, it's like the whole deal is they scaled All Might to what he stated. It would have taken 3 punches to do this, but it took this many, so he should have been this strong. Some people say that's not a right thing to do. He scaled himself, so we can't take that as face value. But what the fuck else are we supposed to do? He has shown nothing else that we can give him credit for. So what are we supposed to do? We can't give him a no limits fallacy. So we're going to take that as gospel and work up from there. And he's still drastically weaker than he could be to beat Mike Guy anyway. So even if you want to make it 100 times his base, not just 60, 100 times, 150, he would still not be good enough to tank a Night Guy. So... Mob versus the Thing? Yeah. Mob versus the Thing. I already said Mob would destroy the Thing. Cartoon Scooby Gang versus live action Scooby Gang. Cartoon Scooby Gang, definitely. Back, Ragna versus Soul Bad Guy. Accurate or not? I actually don't mind that one. When I say I don't mind, when you look on my DeviantArt, I'm neutral to it because I don't actually care. Ragna and Soul Bad Guy, I don't know any of their actual backstory, so I cannot, in good conscience and good faith, say whether or not that was accurate or meh, because I don't know either character to begin with. Mob versus Two Things. At least you're giving her at least somewhat of a challenge, but no, Mob would still win. Luffy Bound Man versus Luffy Snake Man. It really depends on which one that would value. Snake Man has way more speed and versatility, while Bound Man is all about brute strength, with an added bit of flair in flight. Both of which can be very deadly, but honestly, I think Luffy Snake Man could beat Bound Man due to the overwhelming degree of speed that it has. Because Bound Man won't be able to touch Snake Man Luffy due to that, due to the drastic speed increase. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Mob versus Three Things, dude, man. Mod. Which fights of Season 6 are, in your opinion, incorrect in terms of being wrong, Victor? Well, I have a list on my DeviantArt that I've said probably like 5 times throughout the stream. Let me go to it. I forget where Season 6 started. Let me just work my way up. I think it started with... What was it? I know it was a Marvel vs. Okay. Marvel vs. DC, Aquaman. The Aquaman versus Namor. I'm neutral to it. Don't care about either character. Mega Man Battle Royale. Definitely agreed. .exe is way too overpowered. Black Widow versus Widowmaker. Definitely agreed. Widowmaker has zero. Is basically a toddler fighting a woman who's been fighting for years. Captain Marvel versus Shazam. Shazam destroys Captain Marvel, claps her immediately. I don't even know why this was even a fight if it wasn't for the fact that her movies were coming out. It's like, why? Shazam doesn't even have to exert half his strength to beat her. Warrior versus King Dedede. I'm neutral to it. Don't really care about either character. Ben 10 versus Green Lantern was fucking horseshit, and everyone knows it. Weiss versus Mitsuru. I agree. Mitsuru destroys Weiss in every single way, shape, or form. Even though I love Weiss as a character, she was not going to beat Mitsuru. Johnny Cage versus Captain Falcon. That was perfectly fine. Captain Falcon with that Falcon punch is definitely more powerful than anything Johnny Cage can output. Aang versus Edward. Definitely Aang. I mean, Avatar Straight alone is going to destroy him. Ghost Rider versus Lobo. Agree. Even though I'm not too keen on both characters, I do see why Ghost Rider would win. So that's okay. I agree with Dragon Sword versus Mechagodzilla, only to the extent that they did not give all the feats of Mechagodzilla. However, I can go to a conflicted side to that. Sasuke versus Hiei was horseshit. Ganondorf versus Dracula, definitely agreed. Dracula's my boy. Mob versus Tatsumaki, I am still debating that. I do think Mob can take it, but there's a part of me that still believes that Tatsumaki still wins. I'm conflicted. Deadpool versus Mask, definitely agree with the Mask there. Might Guy destroys All Might in every way, shape, or form. And currently, yes to Static, yes to Black Canary. There you go. At the start of the Boruto story, I stopped liking Naruto as a character until he saved Boruto, and then I like his character again. I never stopped liking Naruto's character. I always hated Boruto's character because the shit that Naruto went through pales in comparison to whatever Boruto's fucking complaining about. Nothing about what Naruto has been doing has ever made me say, man, Naruto, what the fuck happened to you? No, he's still Naruto. Matarasu versus Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon would destroy Matarasu. And I love Mati. I love Ami. But Sailor Moon destroys. Mod versus Mod. It's a stalemate. They'll never win. Neither of them can win. Solar Bark Zoro versus Mario 7 Luffy. Tigers versus Mod. No. Maybe it looked back at Doom Guy versus Master Chief. Maybe. Here's a question for you. If you could pick 2 alternate versions of characters in Death Battle already, like movie Sonic, which would you pit against the other and why? I honestly can't answer that question. Don Craig versus Captain Kuro. I agree with Weiss loss. So actually won any solo fights. Well, recently in the second to last episode to Ruby, she beats a solo fight. So that no longer is a meme anymore. She won a solo fight. There you go. do you think would be a good matchup for Maud? No one. Maud would always win. Unless it's Pinky. Because then she'll just give up. I love One Piece too much. Please send help. Beyblade episode for Death Battle. Be a very dumb battle. Maybe. Even Sailor Moon against Maud. Even Sailor Moon against Maud. Sailor Moon would destroy Maud. It's not a fight. Nami versus Usopp. Maud versus Superman. Just throwing it out there. Superman, come on. Unless we give Maud Kryptonite. Which would be a legitimate thing that she would probably try to get. Naruto, when he sent a Shadow Clone to his daughter's birthday, or Boruto's birthday, I forgot who, instead of actually going there in his prime. Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen, about that one scene, I understood it. Okay, when you're president of the United States, you're not president of the United States. You are the Hokage of the Leaf Village. You're not just the Hokage of the Leaf Village. You are the single most powerful person to defend an entire village worth of people. You are going to have to make some sacrifices. That sacrifice is going to be whether or not, quote unquote, you can be somewhere. Here's the thing about being in person in some place. You have to be in person when you're doing something as important as being the Hokage. You have to be there in person. If you are a Shadow Clone and for some reason your Shadow Clone poofs away, what the fuck is there gonna do? That's a very important meeting and now all of a sudden your Shadow Clone is gone. What the fuck happens then? There's pandemonium. You're not at your post. You're supposed to do something very important. And Naruto knows this. Sending a Shadow Clone is actually the best possible thing. Boruto should be lucky he has a dad who knows the Shadow Clone technique to be able to be there. Because because you have to understand, a Shadow Clone is literally Naruto. And if he poofs away, he gains all the experience that Naruto will then gain. So you literally do have your dad there. He's doing important shit. Not only is he doing important shit, he's doing important shit after getting done saving the world like 4 times. I think I would be okay having a clone dad for my birthday. But that's just me. It's like the whole deal with that. It's like, I understand you would want your dad to be at your birthday, but I'm pretty sure Himawari and Hinata both understand what the fuck Naruto needs to do. It's Boruto. It's Boruto who's an ungrateful little shit who he needs to understand that the only reason why Naruto was able to bust a nut up in Hinata is because he was able to survive long enough for it. It's like, oh my god, Boruto. Dude, your life is not that bad. So it's like FaceTime. Oh my god, it's like FaceTime, but way better. But way better FaceTime. He's actually fucking tangible. Your dad is literally dying at a fucking table, and you're upset because he is able to outsert some power for you? Boruto pissed me the fuck off in that movie. Can you tell? But again, it's not like I don't understand why you would not like that scene about what Naruto probably did. But you also have to understand where he is right now, what he's doing, what if he was with another woman and did that shit, fuck yeah, hey Naruto. But he's running the country. At least, okay, here's another thing. Here's another thing. Here's one. I think the primary reason why I don't like Boruto is because Salad, aka Sarada, is 100 times better as a character, and she had a worse life. A worse life. Which would you rather have? A dad that's not there? A dad that's not there all your life, and you just have your mom. A dad that's not there all your life, and you only have your mom, and then as soon as you meet your dad, he tries to kill you. Or a dad who is extremely busy because he's running the country, and the best he can do to be there for you is to exert some energy to allow a clone that is him in every single way and how he would act in the exact same scenarios that the real life version of him would. And if he poops away, he gains all that experience. So he is spending time with you. It's not like that clone will only have that memory of them and you don't actually spend time with your dad. You are spending time with your dad. Or that. I would go with Naruto as the better parent in that aspect. Sasuke wasn't even there for Sarada's fucking graduation. I wouldn't be surprised if he never even showed up to his own goddamn wedding. They just kind of declared they're together. But there's my rant for today. So if you have one character from Kingdom Hearts in Death Battle, which would it be and who would they fight against? Donald Duck? Anyway, Donald Duck versus Daffy Duck. Done. I would prefer if Funny Valentine was our president too. He deserves to be our president. As a kid, I cried a lot when my dad goes to work, but I eventually got over it. Like most kids. What do you mean? No, that's cheating. What about that is cheating? You said pick one character from Kingdom Hearts. Donald Duck. My life is shit. My dad's not around. Naruto has been through a literal war, was outcast by all of his village because he had a demon fox inside of him, that of which he had to make friends with in order not to kill everyone from going out of control. Watched as his dad had to sacrifice the rest of his remaining energy inside of his body to keep the thing under control, and then a few months later had to see his mom do the literal goddamn same thing. Okay, one original character from Kingdom Hearts. Okay, fine. One original character. Sherzies. You got me. Alright. Fuck, I don't know. Man sex versus man sex versus the Emperor. There you go. Happy? See, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense. It's like it was thanks to Himawari that he wasn't able to become like legitimate Hokage. It was up to Konohamaru to transform into Naruto to do that. But then again, you can't really blame her because she was kind of in an existential rage from her childlike tendencies thanks to Boruto and was trying to murder her son, her brother. So there's that. But yeah, I can understand hating Himawari. That makes sense. All right, have a nice day, Rose Lips. Should I call him to his birthday? My dad spent almost half my birthday on the other side of the state. It's like, Boruto, there are people out there who are way worse off than you. At least they have a dad that's at least in the same era as them. And you're complaining that a clone, in every single way, shape, or form, is still your dad. It's just that he can poop away easier. Is a problem to you. You little shit. Get out of my sight. Out of my sight. How does the cola taste like? It tastes like Coke. Yeah, look, the Emperor has no clothes. And wait, He has new clothes. I guess I just can't see Naruto's point of view of being in charge of ruling and ruling is more important than family. I think it's like Goku and Gohan thing that people bring up. Naruto doesn't believe that ruling is important than his family. He believes that protecting everything is the same as protecting them. If he's not doing his job, there's a possibility, because if he's not doing his job correctly, all of the village could go under siege, and that includes his family. Look, I didn't like the fact that my dad didn't show up to my birthday either. And then I realized, oh wait, right. My dad's being a cop. I think if he's doing his job, making sure that horrible people like that don't come into my house and kill me, I'm okay with him doing his job. But, okay, that's all about mindset and perspective. I get it. You could say that Naruto valuing more of the entire village and not the set group of people that he made a family with, that makes sense to not like. But you also have to understand and respect that he understands how important it is. And at least tries. It's not like he's... What would be bad if he didn't have a clone go there? We don't know what the scenario he's trying to work with. What if he's actually working on making sure that we don't go to war with the Sand Village for some fucking reason? It's like there's so much shit that Naruto's on his plate. Sumo Wrestlers will attack Konoha again. Yeah, that happened. Who's the worst parent in fiction? Well, I would say not Naruto. I would say Goku. But to tell you the truth, Goku gets a lot of shit. He is a bad dad. Don't get me wrong. He's a really fucking bad dad. But he's not as bad as people make him out to be. I'd say probably the worst parent is more than likely in all fiction. The types of parent that actually experiments and tests shit on their children. And there are like a subset of individuals that I don't know the names of that actually do that sort of stuff. My dad was on drugs during my birthdays. Jeez. I see my dad once a week. Who's the worst parent in fiction? Mrs. Turner. Diavolo is the first one that comes to mind. Diavolo is a bad parent, yes. Yeah, Zeus was a bad dad. It is so... Darth Vader, except for the end, I guess. That is something. It's like it. I guess it's also because I put into perspective of Naruto in the Boruto movie. When Naruto saw that his son was cheating in the Chunin exams, the first thing he did was be both a parent and a leader. Your son should not be cheating on tests. If it was old Naruto, I actually could see old Naruto allowing Boruto to cheat like that for some reason. Even though, honestly, I think actual Naruto, young Naruto, would still be like, Boruto, what the fuck? It's just that Naruto's more responsible now. Being more responsible actually would negate some actual personal ties. Since he's his son, it's not going to pull any punches. Just like how he can't pull any punches protecting the village. So it's like, Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck, it's not, I'm not saying that like, like no child in life can ever experience that type of loneliness. Dude, my dad. My dad. I have a stepfather now. My original dad kind of sort of had me have to feel those exact same ways. But I had to fucking understand some things. People get sad. Loneliness happens. Your dad sometimes will not be there. But you also have to understand that it's almost impossible to actually have that in real life because most people's dads can't clone themselves to actually get a full depiction of what it means. It's like the closest we can get is if your dad is on video call which is not the same. His daughter into a dog or something or to film out. Yep, that guy is the guy I was thinking of. I don't know his name, but that guy is definitely the worst dad in fiction. But we're talking about dad. You said parents or dads? I guess parent. So yeah, you have a point there. Or parents. I mean children who have trouble at understanding stuff. Oh. Yeah, that dude, I understood that on fucking Boruto. It just made me mad it took him so long to fucking finally realize that it's just a little bit... because it took even longer. It took even longer for him to understand it in the Boruto series. It took him going back in time and seeing how shitty his dad's life was to understand how awesome his dad is. Boruto's dad is fucking amazing. I wish they had a series about him. I'm just saying, if it takes time travel to get you to like your father, I think you're not a very good kid. Fan theory. Boruto's dad's actually Naruto. Where's your proof? Good question. Can Naruto make Chara tails? I only watched the first 3 seasons of Naruto. No, Boruto has no 9 tails inside of him. He has no 9 tails power. Like, at all. No, I'm not chatting in Discord right now. I was checking something on my phone. Brushing your teeth is the only time when you can clean your skeleton. Or, you're lucky Goku wasn't there when Goku wasn't there when Goten was born. Goku wasn't there when Gohan had a transitional period becoming a full-grown adult. Goku wasn't there for a lot of things, okay? We got 2 more people showing up on that showed up on Discord. That's neat. To be fair, he was dead at the time. He's only a death he chose to stay dead, by the way. I get his logic. He's like, hey, all these dangerous things came by because of me. I think it'll be okay for me to stay dead, don't you think? And then I'm like, Goku, you do know there will be threats that don't revolve around you, right? You're not the center of the universe. Granted, yeah, these problems did occur because of you, but who knows? Maybe there might be like some wizard that came by one day, like some years ago, made like an ultimately powerful being that had nothing to do with you, named Ba or something. And that Ba is gonna come around, maybe destroy all the things, and we would really need you to be alive that time. And you know, you also have a family. You also have your 2 sons and wife. No, you think the problems that were these set of problems were your fault, and so you should stay dead for it. Okay, no problem. That's fine. It's fine. No, it's not fine. He was dead at the time, but it's dead he chose to stay dead. He could have came back any time by saying, hey, get the Dragon Balls and wish me back. then yes, he can. He can make chakra tails. I don't. Hey, you gotta forgive me, Alex. I have dyslexia, and I read that N as a B for some fucking reason, and the other letters for the other letters for Boruto. But yeah, Naruto can make chakra tails. He can manipulate. Why? What about why? Yeah, he can make chakra tails. Both of Dr. Deuce's parents weren't even there when he was born. His parents show up in his birth. I think he knew he wasn't the center of the universe. That's why he chose to stay dead. What are you talking about? He literally stated that these particular problems were because of me. So I cannot be alive anymore because these problems will come back if I come back. If he didn't believe he was the center of the universe, he should have just said, these problems may have been because of me, but it doesn't mean that every problem is going to be. And I know you're going to need me for these type of problems anyway. I need to be there for my wife and child, and apparently another one's coming. So I'm going to be a good parent and come back. It's fine. No, he believed he was the center of the universe. I have no idea who can fight the Iron Giant in a battle. Considering that he also has very, very good regeneration abilities. Who knows? I was curious. Also, have you seen Hazbin Hotel? Yes. They're on my channel even, unlike other things that people have been asking me to watch. Go watch those reactions. Spoiler alert, I like them. Who is your favorite JJ the jet plane character? JJ. He should go on to take over in his place. Yeah. That does not excuse the fact that he wasn't there for Gohan's transitional period to becoming a man. That's the whole thing. The whole thing. He said, to be fair, he was dead. I explained that just because I said just because he chose to be dead does not excuse the fact that he wasn't there for Gohan during his transitional times of becoming a more of an adult. Same thing for Goten's birth and, his wife, in general, that sort of thing. Reasonings to stay dead, even though you can come back easily, does not excuse you being a deadbeat. And besides, he only trusted Gohan after he fucking made his stupidest mistake, thinking that he could just use Gohan's anger. If it wasn't for this mild set of circumstances, all thanks to Mr. Satan, by the way, savior of the universe, bar none, fight me, savior of the fucking universe, Mr. Satan, they would all be dead right now, thanks to fucking Goku. Short death battle is basically a kid smashing their toys together. Well, I think we've reached a conclusion. Do you think that Goku will get another transformation? Probably. As long as Dragon Ball continues to move onward, I believe that there will always be new transformations because Dragon Ball Heroes needs to get more marketing somehow and other assortments of things. Because when I was watching Dragon Ball Super, I was expecting Goku to get another transformation, and look at that, Ultra Instinct, brand new transformation, all the other good shit. So if more happens, we're gonna get more transformations. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be more powerful than Ultra Instinct. They could be just transformations that could just be on a lower scale for all I fucking know. Because according to what Broly can do, they have the capability of getting the enraged mode that Broly can do. So for all things, yeah, more transformations are always on the table. JJ versus I need an opponent for Megatron. I can't help you there. I want a cinematic universe with JJ and Thomas and Theodore. Ah, jeez. Ow. Okay. Just be the same thing but more flashy and more powerful. I'm waiting for Super Saiyan Green. Wait, nope, that already exists. Broly. Never mind. Scratch that. They already have Super Saiyan Pink. Super Saiyan Yellow is already base Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan Red is basically Super Saiyan God. It's basically Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan Black. Well, you can count Goku Black, but like, no, Super Saiyan Black would probably be the enraged state that Broly gets into. Is there another Power Ranger color I'm missing? Super Saiyan White is Ultra Instinct. Super Saiyan. We have all the Power Rangers. We pretty much have all the Power Rangers. Unless there's a color I'm missing. I know there's a color I'm missing. But we have the Super Saiyan Power Rangers. We pretty much do. Super Saiyan Orange and Purple. Right. Okay, we need Super Saiyan Orange and Purple. We need Super Saiyan Orange and Purple. Alright, Super Saiyan Orange and Purple. Yeah, we haven't gotten those yet. So give it time. We still need Super Saiyan Orange and Purple. Those are the next transformations, bar none. Actually, wouldn't Super Saiyan Purple be that copy Vegeta that they had to fight in that one filler episode of Super? Wouldn't he technically be Super Saiyan? Yeah, that's a huge technicality, but I want to count it. Super Saiyan Tan. Balazar. Copy Vegeta versus Super Saiyan Purple. Yeah, copy Vegeta is Super Saiyan Purple. Why? Okay. Ronda poop. All right. Anyway, so wait, better yet, Super Saiyan 4 is the Quantum Ranger. A little bit. I mean, we have been going on for 2 hours. My voice is starting to kill me, as it tends to do when we do things for too long like this. So I think it's about time to end things off. We'll do another live stream like this when the next battle I worked on comes out. Should be like 4 weeks from now. So, yay. But yeah, gotta end things off here. I'm done. Plus, I need to get my fucking page done. I need to do that. I need to get that page done before I go to sleep, because I've been going to sleep way earlier than usual lately. I'm still waking up really, really late. Doctor Who versus Time Force. All right. There it is. Okay, I'm done. Yep. I'm done with you on that. Goodbye, everybody. You have a nice day. Night. Wherever. Oh, right. Second screen. Goodbye.